So pretty cute. They're comparing correcting spelling on a piece of paper to invasive species into the human body by editing our DNA genome sequencing. Very cute, MIT. So CRISPR is pronounced CRISPR, stands for clustered, regularly interspaced, short, palindromic repeats. Synthetic DNA, folks. It's genome editing technology. Where does it come from? First discovered in Archaea land by Francisco Mojica. He proposed that CRISPR serve as part of the bacterial immune system defending against invading viruses, like vaccines. They consist of repeating sequence of genetic code interrupted by spacer sequences, remnants of genetic code from past invaders. The system serves as genetic memory that helps the cell detect and destroy invaders called bacteriophage when they return. So it's serving as a genetic memory. CRISPR spacer sequences are transcribed into short RNA sequences capable of guiding the system to matching the sequences of DNA. When the target DNA is found, Cas9, one of the enzymes produced by the CRISPR system, think artificial synthetic, binds to the DNA and cuts it, shutting the targeted gene off. What if they get the wrong gene? Using modified versions of Cas9, researchers can activate gene expression instead of cutting the DNA. How do they activate it? Is it wireless? These techniques allow researchers to study the gene's function. Research also suggests that CRISPR-Cas9 can be used to target and modify, quote, typos in the 3 billion letter sequence of the human genome in an effort to treat genetic disease. So there's 3 billion letter sequence, and they hope to modify a typo out of the 3 billion letter sequence. These are microscopic, nanoparticulate DNA, folks. Look at how tiny they're talking. All right, how does the CRISPR compare to other genome editing? Since the CRISPR-Cas9 system itself is capable of cutting DNA strands, they do not need to be paired with separate cleaving enzymes as other tools do. They can also easily be matched with tailor-made, quote, guide RNA sequences. What's in them? Who programmed it? Designed to lead them to their DNA targets. Tens of thousands of such RNA sequences, gRNA sequences, see how they're patenting a new type of RNA, have already been created and are available to research community. It can also be used to target multiple genes simultaneously, which is another advantage that sets it apart from other gene editing tools. Second, perhaps most significantly, when the Cas9 complex cuts DNA, it cuts both strands at the same place, leaving blunt ends that undergo mutations as they are rejoined. Mutations. The CPF1 complex cuts the two strands are offset, leaving short overhangs on the exposed end. This is expected to help with precise insertion, allowing researchers to integrate a piece of DNA more efficiently and accurately. Whose DNA? It can likely still be recut, allowing multiple opportunities for correct editing to occur. So does that mean the first editings were incorrect? So let's get over to the different uses of the CRISPR technology here. And let's do the timeline first. I wanted to get over here. So I want to just quickly go over the timeline. And here in 2016, they got a book, The Heroes of CRISPR. How they're transhumanism, everybody. They're celebrating it in their little world of Scientology. So we see in 1993, this Francisco Mojica started working on it. I mean, this is all baloney bio. They've had the National Defense working on this for a long time. They're just announcing it now. We're getting to see it. But you can see in 2008, they started sequencing. In 2008, they started having DNA targets. 2010, 2011, the tracer RNA. 2012, characteristics mediated cleavage. So that means the insertion harnesses in the genome editing and whatnot in 2013, and that was Feng Shang, guy you just heard talk. So it's fairly new technology that they're inserting into the human population as a cure for diseases and fixing all sorts of big diseases that we've never been able to cure or arrest until the CRISPR technology now will do it. It's always something new is going to fix all our problems. So, 7 ways as CRISPR is about to change your world. This is August 5th, 2017. could radically change our world in the very near future. The new technology could touch everything from the way we treat disease to our food supply. Oh, yuck. It has the potential risk. Oh, it has some potential risk, and there are reasons to be concerned about editing the human germline. Really? The possibilities seem endless, and scientists, those risks are worth the reward. To some scientists, these risks are worth the reward. Reward to whom, folks? All right, so here we have, let me move this over here. It will strengthen food crops. Scientists can eliminate anything from unwanted browning in mushrooms to weaknesses in food crops prone to bugs and disease using CRISPR that can make it one of the most quickly adopted technologies to ever hit the food industry. Now remember we said scientists are saying the reward is worth the risk? USDA has already said it would not regulate CRISPR food. However, it's unclear how the public will receive it. They won't be told. However, there's already a lot of backlash against GMOs, but we don't talk about bioengineered nanofoods. However, CRISPR food isn't genetically modified. It's genetically snipped, meaning no genes for potentially harmful species are added to the crops. Trust us, folks. Trust us. It can cure cancer. Here we go again. This ties in with the living cancer cell, the preventative cancer living cell they're going to be putting in your body, the cancer killer cell that I did a YouTube on the other day. This is going to be preventative cancer. They're going to put it in these modified genes in your body to prevent cancer. They've had so much success with the war on cancer over the past 40 years. Cancer's only increased with all the money and all the science and all the technology, and they can't even find a cure. Unless they go to hemp oil, and then the cure's right there, but we can't talk about that yet because they haven't rolled it out to the public yet. The pharmacology, Bayer and Monsanto haven't approved it yet. It's ridiculous. Oh, they can wipe out the Zika-carrying mosquitoes. These guys are good. Mr. CRISPR technology is going to save the world. Oh, engineer better drugs so the opioid pandemic that's going around the world could be alleviated. Problem, reaction, solution. What else are they going to come up with? Oh, they can heal the blind with CRISPR technology. This is getting good. The Salk Institute. They're going to make everybody all better. Drug companies are going to go away. Pharmaceutical companies will cease to exist. We'll live in peace. Oh, they're going to eliminate HIV with the CRISPR technology. And what else can they do? Let's find out. The AIDS made from the AZT drug that they put in all the drugs to give people AIDS, that was actually the medication. And AIDS was another man-made, created in the lab, disease designer drug. Wake up, folks. Oh, they can snip out genetically inherited diseases before babies are born. And this is what I talked about, this living cancer cell they're coming up with. So you see, technology is going to save us. Technology is going to own us. They're going to splice genes into us with on-off switches, as I talked about in the previous, folks. It's time to wake up about what they're doing. We have to grow our own food, get our own farm gardens going, water supplies. Otherwise, we're going to be synthetic humans. They're rolling it out. It's coming now. They're not going to tell you about it, but here's just another way to show you how they're turning us into transhumanisms day by day without us even knowing. And even more importantly, without our consent and without our knowledge. It's time to speak up. It's time to learn. Not everybody's going to understand how this technology has taken over the world and gotten inside of all of us as synthetic humans, but hopefully this will help. All right, this is it for Plain Truth, a little short one. I just got onto this today and just want to explain a little more about CRISPR and how it's invading all our food supplies, water supplies, and they're going to be selling it as the cure panacea for all, and it's nothing but a way to control humans even further. All right, there's the plaintruth.info. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.